everyone, watch this video with me. So when I watch this video, what I see leaves me numb. And and there may be different. I'm sure there's been different stories and different things that have been paddled about this, and this is purely an example of domestic violence, and it's very triggering, by the way. However, one lesson that comes out to me in all of this is marry someone who is kind. I'll let that sink in. Marry someone who is kind, because a kind person will not put a woman down while her child screams in that manner. Now that's a child. Do you understand the psychological trauma that that child has seen? If the child is a year, maybe 2 years, the child is already, but just imagine that child is being carried by whoever is filming, and the child is screaming that much, and the child has witnessed all of that. We talk a lot about childhood traumas. We talk a lot about, a lot of people are not, sane and all of that. Right, but we do not talk about the traumas that we pass on by our negligence and sometimes by our deliberate actions. So that video is all about domestic violence. It shows you how real domestic violence is. It tells you that a lot of the work that we do as professionals, we have to interact with these kinds of things. And so whilst this video is triggering, the real crux of the matter here is people. Marry who is kind. People, let's all be kind. The second thing I also want to address is there was clearly an adult videoing that image. While we have come, we are now in the era where everything has to be documented and put up on social media and all of that. We also need to begin to interrogate our systems to say, what's the protocol for calling out for help? Are there numbers that can be called that can quickly rescue this woman? Was it possible that the lady who was recording could have screamed out for help from neighbors such that the woman gets help faster rather than take up a camera and record? Yes, I know that we are in the era where, evidence, make sure that, it shows that this was done and that was done and all of that. But it is important for us to know that first, when someone is in trouble, the first thing we do is call for help. So that video was unnecessary. If you needed evidence, and we must always be very careful about these things. Yes, domestic violence is such a thing where they say, oh, you beat me, you didn't beat me, and all of that. What if she put on the audio record and listen while she's calling for help? We must always understand that when domestic violence happens, the first response is flight. The first response is, seek help. So if you are in a rape situation, whilst you are fighting to get away, the goal is get away. So anything that can make sure and help the survivor move away from that scene and move away from that space is absolutely important. Please, people, when something like this is happening, the first thing you do is seek help. Get the survivor to safety.